What is happening, everybody? I hope you're all well, and welcome on back to Mass Effect 3. We got some good stuff today, so if you could just take a quick second and leave a like and a comment on this video, help me feed this thing into the algorithm, I would greatly appreciate that and try and get this series popping off a little bit. Today's episode, we are going to head all the way back to another Mass Effect 1 reference in Eden Prime. And the Eden Prime mission is yet another example, actually, of how important the DLC is in this game to the overall narrative of it, and how you just really don't get the experience you should if you didn't purchase the DLCs. Again, Legendary Edition kind of fixes this issue with the fact that it's all included, but man, if it wasn't and you didn't have this stuff, it really wouldn't be as good, and you'll see that when we start to progress through this mission a little bit. So, Eden Prime. This idyllic agrarian world was one of the first human colonies established beyond the Karen mass relay. Eden Prime's fertile biosphere drew heavy immigration from the Systems Alliance and other human organizations. In 2183, Eden Prime was attacked by a Geth force led by the rogue Spectre Sarin Arterius. Commander Shepard, responding to the attack, encountered a Prothean beacon that warned of imminent Reaper invasion. It is thanks to this beacon, and the Commander's quick action, that the galaxy has any chance of survival today. Although the Reapers rushed past much of the Exodus cluster in their plan to take Earth, it is clear the war has come to Eden Prime. Distress signals have jammed all available frequencies, fires burn in vast swaths across the arable land, and its once extensive monorail system is twisted metal. Cerberus has much to lose if word of their ruthless attack on the human colony gets out. What they stand to gain must be equally valuable. So Cerberus is attacking Eden Prime now too, and man, this place has been through the ringer. Not only did they get attacked and almost nuked by the Geth, but now they're getting attacked by Cerberus too. And Cerberus used Eden Prime as the little pitching post and the shopping targeting market for Mass Effect 2, right? Talking about how they needed shock troops or they needed to experiment on Geth to prevent another Eden Prime. And now here they are, doing another Eden Prime themselves. The colony was founded in 2152, 4.2 million population, and the population estimate is pre-invasion, so it's probably way lower than this now. Going back to where it all began here, which is very cool actually. This is like the game coming full circle. So, we're definitely taking Liara, she's already there. Let's switch up your appearance for this mission, shall we? What do we have? Yeah, that looks cool. That's like an Alliance gear set, we'll rock that. Ide, what options do you have? The last one looked, yeah, this looks kind of fire. And Garrus, what do we have for you, big guy? The Terminus armor systems? I think so. We'll use this one, I like the military one. So I think, out of all this, I mean, we have James here. Who do we take? Kinda want to take Garrus. I think taking Garrus with us here is a good shot. We're going to get a new companion out of this too, which is going to be a very, very interesting companion. So, Garrus. Let's have you have the highest damage sniper rifle. Give you enhanced scope. We'll definitely give you the extended barrel. Spare thermal, concentration mod. You know, I don't think that'll matter much. Yeah, I'm okay with that. We'll just give him bonus damage. Since you never really have to reload, or at least your companions, we'll give you that, and we'll give you the penetration one too. I think that'll be pretty good for Garrus. Liara. We have some pistol mods for you now, I believe. Increased damage and rounds per mag. I think the penetration will give you too, actually. Actually, no. We don't actually have to worry about her weapon weight. Excuse me, that's a mistake. We want to give the armored targets, especially for this mission too. Because kind of spoilers, I guess, but we're going to be dealing with armored targets here. Mission can actually be kind of tough if you don't watch yourself. The last one is 6, so we can give you increased damage to barriers and shields by an additional 100, or hit one additional target within 8 meters. Let's just get your nuke up. We'll make sure that he can nuke anything for us, and you have your concussive shot, which means you can combo with our incendiary rounds, which is also good. And then Singularity, you are ready to max out your Singularity. So expand the Singularity by 35% for 10 seconds, or detonate Singularity when the field dies to inflict 300 damage across 5 meters. I think I would rather have the expansion here, because this detonation is okay, I suppose, but eventually it's not gonna, the field's not gonna die because we're gonna detonate it ourselves when we have another biotic companion, so I think the expansion would be the right play there. And then we'll give you warp too. We'll start working on your warp tree now that we have everything else taken care of. Liara should have a field day with this one.
This is where it all began. Where the Prothean beacon gave you the vision that warned us about the Reapers.
And where Saren launched his first major attack with the Geth.
Yes. And now with Cerberus here, Eden Prime's colonists are under attack again.
Yeah, this was back before I met either of you guys.
Seems like more than just 3 years ago. I remember the reports. I was busting my ass trying to find evidence against Saren. Hearing that he'd attacked a colony while I sat mired in bureaucracy, that was a bad day.
Yeah, I remember how pissed he was too, telling the executor to stall and stuff like that. I wonder how Garrus feels about that executor being dead now.
We got him in the end. That we did.
Cerberus hit Eden Prime hard. Whatever they found here was worth a major offensive. There are survivors elsewhere on the colony, but they killed everyone near the dig site.
They deserve better.
I know. The Alliance did what it could to evacuate colonists, but Cerberus came in so quickly.
If we find survivors, we'll do what we can. What about this artifact? Is it part of the Prothean device we found on Mars?
The Alliance didn't get any specifics about what Cerberus has uncovered. But whatever it is, it's better off with us than with Cerberus.
On that we can agree.
I'm bringing you in as close to the dig site as I can. No way we'll avoid detection, but you should have a few minutes.
Appreciate it.
All part of the service, Commander.
I'll take whatever time you can give me.
Get ready to move.
With luck, we can get to the dig site before Cerberus knows we're here.
Yeah, Garrus looks like a big badass in that gear set. I wish we could customize the color of it, but he still looks like a badass. Too bad you can't customize the gear on your companions. They never did expand the system that much.
No sign of survivors. Come on, we need to find the dig site.
So there are some things in the background of this mission that you're going to want to pay attention to.
Survive, Saren. You can survive this. I grew up on ships. Lose one, you can always move on to another.
But you'd still remember.
Correct. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff you got to pay attention to in the background of this mission. We can get some war assets here. And an achievement if you're playing the original version. I'm not sure if they kept the achievement in the Legendary Edition, but we'll get it anyway. So if they did, you'll get it if you're following along. There's going to be some resistance data packets we can get.
Bits of Prothean tech sticking out of the ground like an old bone.
Everywhere.
So, Liara, ever dug up, what do humans call it? A dinosaur?
No, dinosaurs and other fossils would be paleontology. I'm an archaeologist. I study artifacts left by sapient species. The two fields are completely different, and... you were joking.
A bit. But at least you're catching on these days.
It was still fun to watch her talk about dinosaurs. I appreciate what you did, Garrus. Yeah, so I guess it would make sense, right? With all the Prothean beacon being from Eden Prime, it would make sense that there are more Prothean artifacts here. That all tracks. And the things that we're going to be looking for are these little terminals. I think this one might start it off. So, process and update. We've taken more able-bodied men and women from pacified neighborhoods. The colonists generally have accepted the story that they have gone to perform tedious but safe manual labor in a Cerberus research camp on the other side of the planet. And when we increased food rations as payment for the work, most of the complaints died out. Maintain the story as long as possible. We don't have the manpower to fight the entire colony, and if these families knew they were never going to see their sons and daughters again, there's no way they'd cooperate.
Shepard, this Cerberus data could help the colonists still alive on other parts of Eden Prime.
How?
I can get this intel to Eden Prime's resistance. Maybe it will help them fight back against Cerberus.
And there it is. Eden Prime Resistance. That's the little side quest we're going to be taking note of here. So we got 3 more of those things to hit in different numbered locations throughout this colony. It is Building 6, Building 5, and Building 2, if my memory serves me correctly. So we'll go ahead and get all of those for you guys. And again, Cerberus, I mean, in the name of humanity, putting people in slave work camps where they die. Keeping that whole thing secret so they can just siphon off the colony little by little. Never to be seen again. Destroying humanity in the name of humanity. It's kind of Cerberus's MO at this point, huh?
There. That's the elevator that leads down into the dig site.
They've never exactly been good for humanity, but they've definitely ramped up their anti-human bullshit.
It's not a Prothean artifact, it's a Prothean.
Like the collectors, or those bodies we found back on Ilos.
Like the bodies we found back on Ilos. But this one is alive.
You're right. That doesn't sound possible.
You saw Prothean stasis chambers in the archives on Ilos. The only reason those failed was a lack of power. Cerberus found this in an underground bunker. It still has power. He's been in stasis for the past 50,000 years, waiting for us. Think of what we could learn.
And they just have one? There's not a bunch of them down here?
What can you tell me about the Protheans? The people, not the technology.
Given your experience with the Prothean cipher, you probably know as much about them as I do. The Prothean Empire spanned the known galaxy. They uplifted countless other species to help them join the galactic community.
Galactic community? You think they had something like a council?
Yes, exactly. Their cultural and artistic expression are actually quite close to those of the ancient Asari. And given their similar interests in helping other species, it's clear that they believed in interspecies cooperation.
Well, you can see Liara's thesis on the Protheans. We'll learn if she's right about that at the end of this mission.
The way you describe them, they sound a lot like the Asari.
I'm certain I'm coloring their culture with my own perceptions. Whatever the Protheans were, finding one alive represents an incredible opportunity.
And then it's a good job we brought the Prothean expert. You can make first contact if you like.
Good thing we brought our Prothean expert.
I hope I can help. If this single Prothean was sent into stasis, he could be the foremost scientist of his time, or perhaps the wisest counselor. Cerberus damaged the life pod when they excavated it. The life signs are unstable.
Then let's get him out of there.
No, breaking open the pod would kill him. We have to find the command signal that ends the stasis mode. We also
you can't just crack this thing open.
physically open the pod without doing more damage. Cerberus took over the labs nearby to research what they found at the dig site. That's likely our best bet.
And I'm sure Cerberus has all kind of messed up shit cooking for him, right? Whatever's in that pod, I'm sure they're gonna twist it, manipulate it, do experiments on it, implant it. And we got our first taste of a new enemy here, which would be these things, these Nemesis. This Nemesis enemy does not play games. They suck. Yeah, you see how much they suck already. They do all kinds of damage. We're gonna sit here for a second. Oh, he's dead. I'm gonna hit you with this, and hopefully we can get you up in the sky too here in a sec. That was a frustratingly good grenade throw.
All right. Let's get moving before more of them come back.
Okay, that's his ass dead. Alright, so now we're looking for Building 5 is one of them. I think it's 6, 5, and 2, I believe, are the ones with what we're looking for. Is the Nemesis. This is what they look like. And you heard the noises they were making too. It didn't sound necessarily human. It sounded more like a machine. Troop deployment update. Local resistance is heavy in the south and west sections of the colony. We've pulled most of our troops from the north neighborhoods to assist. All remaining troops in the north neighborhood continue standard patrol activities to maintain the illusion of a large presence in that area. If the locals knew we were understaffed, they could do some serious damage.
More intel to help the colonists. The more we find, the better chance they'll have.
And I am definitely invested in giving them a better chance against Cerberus. They have fallen a long way, man. Like I was saying, the irony of this is that back in Mass Effect 2, they were using what happened in Eden Prime to justify their atrocities. And now they're here on Eden Prime, committing atrocities. Tells you all you need to know about the elusive man. Not too interested in salvation anymore. Garrus, if you would please. That's where all the damage came from. take our time rotating around that turret because it doesn't play games. Stay away from the turret if you can. Okay, we got pod data in here, and here's number 6. I think this is facility number 6. Warp in, kill it.
There.
Very good.
That lab found footage of the Protheans. Cerberus is studying it to find the stasis deactivation signal.
Make sure we didn't miss anything in here while we were rolling through in the heat of the moment. Doesn't look like it. Just dead alliance. See if we can't find our extra data in here. Number 6. Equipment salvage. And there's the data we're looking for. But I am yet to find what I actually wanted. I guess we can't open this until we hit this.
I never thought our empire would fall. It won't. We will sleep here until the Reapers return to dark space. Then we will rise, 1,000,000 strong. For the Empire. For the Empire. Get to your stasis pod.
But they had a similar plan here that Ilos did. Freeze you all and wake up after the attack.
Broadcast the stasis readiness signal to all life pods.
And the refugees who have yet to reach the bunker.
Their sacrifice will be honored in the coming Empire.
Looks like they had already started converting the Protheans.
I've got the signal.
You understood that?
You didn't?
No. All I saw was static. Cerberus was trying to make sense of it without success. The Prothean cipher you received on Pharaohs, it lets you see the images as a Prothean would, and understand their language.
Whatever it does, I saw the video. And the signal they used.
Perfect. Then we just need to figure out how to physically open the pod.
There's one more data to hit. Now let's make sure that we actually didn't miss something in here, because I think maybe that first one counts as the first one of 3, so technically we'd be on 2 out of 3, but I distinctly remember having to hit building 6. This is technically 7, right? Thought we saw a big 6 on the side of this building. Let me back up a little. This one would be 6. Yeah, so this is 6. Yeah, I really thought it was in building 6. Let me see, is it in the journal? I just want to make sure that I actually get this. Okay, well, when we find the next one in building 2, if that doesn't complete, then I know we have a problem, and then I'll look a little more cautious. Alright, let's find building number 2. Surprised the Cerberus goon squad hasn't rolled back up. Sure we look around thoroughly. There's number 2. There we go. Dead. They'll kill you in like 0.2 seconds if you're not fast with them. big fan of Singularity. You can see why. Here's our terminal. Resistance information update. We've gotten word from our source within Eden Prime's resistance movement that we can expect an attack on our security center between 2200 and 2300 tomorrow night. They're pulling in forces from across the colony. This gives us the perfect chance to destroy their leadership. Once the attack is contained, allow Dr. William Cambiata to escape, firing near-miss shots to keep it realistic. He's given us good information, and with luck, the locals will see him as a daring hero and the only man to escape the Cerberus trap. They might even put him in charge.
Perfect. This intel will give Eden Prime's resistance movement a real chance to push Cerberus out of their colony.
Trying to be on the lookout for turrets here. That would be the combo detonation. Yeah, the detonation system is really fun in this game. And now that I'm a little bit of a higher level, I'm gonna start playing with that a lot more. Make sure we check all these buildings though first. Might be some... Yep, beautiful. There's my level up. I'm trying to grab all those before I get any damage or I start using any of it. Like, if I can avoid using my metagen on this mission, I will, because the XP is beautiful. It's more in this one, too. You just got credits in Mass Effect 2. This one, you actually get valuable level ups. We use that system as much as we can to get as high as we can, as quick as we can. Let's look at our journal real fast. Eden Prime resistance movement is complete. So yeah, that's all three. You get the first one when you first roll in, and then the two more follow-ups. So we are, in fact, done with that. That's good. I get a little worried about that one, because I'm not 100% sure on where it all is.
They were gunned down while having drinks and watching the game. This isn't a military stronghold. It's somebody's home. We didn't kill these people, and we're going to shut down the bastards who did.
Aye aye. Again, Cerberus, man. For humanity. Executing unsuspecting soldiers while they're watching a football game on their day off. Doing all that kind of stupid crap, and like he said, right, kill all the civilians but shoot near shots over their inside man, because then they'll promote him and he's been giving us good intel. That doctor has been turning on his own people. And doing a pretty good job of it, according to Cerberus. Hopefully the Resistance will take care of that, now that they have his name. Too bad there's no actual bypass mechanic anymore, right? You just do this. I don't get to connect the dots anymore. It's a shame. I actually quite like the mini games in Mass Effect 2. It's a shame they dropped those. That's all part of the streamline, though. This game's been pretty streamlined. More about the war than the little mechanics, I guess you could view it that way. Let's see how many points we got out of that. So we're back up at 8 now. Means it's about time we cap off fitness. So that's bonus weapon damage after we kill an enemy with a melee. That's not going to be too good for us. Increase health and shields by 25. We'll take the health and shields. Now we have 2 points left over. I guess maybe we'll go concussive. Where do we have squad incendiary ammo? Squad mates gain incendiary ammo at 50% effectiveness. Headshot damage, health, ignite. Ammo capacity. Ammo capacity for the incendiary ammo is kind of cracked. That's really good. Explosive burst. Ignite enemies with an intermittent explosion that covers 2.5 meters with 140 damage or increase health and armor. We would want this, realistically. And then for this, it's health and armor by 6%. So it's a 16% total. Or it's a 10% total. Do we want to give it to our squad? I don't really think we need to. What's frag grenade? Repair enemy power with a shrapnel packed nade. I don't know what I want to spend that point on. I don't know if we should go with concussive shot or not. Fire the sticky man into traffic. It will detonate when an enemy steps within range. Like for Garrus, we want his concussive shot because it combos with us. So we want to upgrade his concussive shot. I want to upgrade your warp for a similar reason. Yeah, I'm gonna save those points for now. I'm not sure what I want to do with my build, so I'm gonna save those. We can always respec too. It's not like we're locked into whatever we do here, but Seems they all use particle weaponry. Kind of look at what the Protheans were using there for weapons. Yeah, strong biotics.
Victory! Seal the bunker!
Acknowledged.
And I guess it would make sense that our galaxy cycle wouldn't be the first to have biotic abilities, but it's still strange to see that they had it too, right? Because it comes from Ezo. I wonder if they got it from Ezo exposure the same as we did.
How many have we lost?
Reaper forces have destroyed approximately 300,000 life pods.
Third of our people.
Alert! North side bulkhead cannot be sealed. Hostiles detected.
Then all forces to the north.
The Reapers found that bunker plan.
You understood that one too?
Yes.
Excellent. Then we have everything we need to open the pod.
You gotta wonder how they found it. Probably indoctrinated the Protheans, right? It's usually how things like that go. Because I doubt the Protheans were sloppy enough to just straight up let somebody find it. Which means I would imagine that they were sold out one way or the other. Holy shit. Hold that thought. Guys. We are making fly. Combat engineer's down, we just gotta worry about this thing. We're in a corner PK. You can abuse the camera angle in Mass Effect as you're hovering over your right shoulder. You get on a corner like this, the enemy's not going to be able to tag you, but you can tag the hell out of it. I like abusing this if you're in a tight situation like we are. Garrus on your feet. We need you, buddy. No time to lay down on the job. We're taking a fucking beating here too, to be honest. It'll get better. Once we get more squad upgrades and we get a couple extra level ups, we'll be okay. The turrets and things like that, they're always going to hit you really, really hard like that. There's no way to counterbalance that. Christ. Get off my sorry. Real glad Singularity doesn't have friendly fire. Oh no. Okay, so we're not going that way. Moral of that story. Can we climb up this? No. Okay, let's find a way to skirt around that, shall we? supply ammo problem here now, though. Slowly whittle down these combat engineers with what little bullets we can spare. I hear you, but I don't see you. I think he jumped up top.
They've retracted the bridge. We have to find another way across.
I think I see it. Back to the Avenger, now we got some bullets left. That's the thing flashing. I thought I saw spare ammo right there. Yeah, I think we can sneak out of the back of this and drop down. I think, because that's the ladder we would climb, I'm pretty sure. Just hop over this. No, we can't just hop over that. Yeah, some of these missions I find it such I get like weird brain fog when I play some of this stuff, and I totally miss the way we're supposed to go. I know you go down and kind of climb up. That much I remember. Like a ladder leading down somewhere that we can see. Yeah, you literally just walk off right here. Silly me. Let me just climb up these ladders. There is a big final confrontation up here once we get into these buildings, though, that you're gonna have to be careful with. And be fighting a big boy. Cerberus still has plenty of shit to throw at us. We're not done. This high ground might actually be really good to fight that, actually. And I don't think I've ever tried firing it from up there. Here, we might take a stab at that. I might try and take it on the high ground.
I'm transmitting the signal.
Perfect. It'll take a few moments for the life pod to process it.
Heavy Cerberus forces inbound. Looks like we've got a siege on our hands.
Naturally. Something just hit me like a truck. Rotate around for a second. Garrus, if you would kindly.
Here they come!
Get dropped through our... Can't afford to have you sleeping on the job. My grenades.
Looks like we've got a second to catch our breath. If anybody needs fresh clips or a bathroom break, now's the time.
All of the above. Yeah, all of the above.
In stasis mode. I saw a supply cache in the building next door if you want to stock up.
I can lay down a singularity to block enemy access.
How about we all hop up top here? This might backfire on me. I've never tried to do this part of this thing up here.
Heavy mech, don't let it get close!
See it. It's beautiful that you can lift them up in this ship like that. He's an asshole. SMG. I'm very happy this thing can't get up here. The best way to go about trying to get this thing is if you can manage to break the window, you can kill the pilot and the mech will just stay there. And there's actually an achievement for hijacking one of these things, but I don't think it's possible to get it on this mission. I think once the pilot is dead, the mission ends, but... that thing. Well, you're cooked. You should have stayed hidden. Oh boy. There's one more somewhere else. Good. Not this one right here. Oh boy. Now we're good, now they're all despawned.
There. You can open the life pod now.
Yeah, as soon as the pilot dies inside the Atlas in this mission, it just instantly explodes, so you can't get the hijack achievement here. You'll probably be able to get that on Grissom Academy, though. Which is next up on the block, so eyes up for that achievement.
There, you've got it. Goddess.
You can see how this was crafted into the collectors. Hope he comes in peace. Well, he's still got biotics. It's been a long time. You might want to take it slow.
Be careful, he's confused. It's been 50,000 years for us, but for him, it's only been...
A few minutes!
No, the bunker is falling. There is no other option.
There are pods online! Those soldiers are still alive!
Their sacrifice will be honored in the coming Empire. Preparing neutron bombardment. Get to your life pod now.
The AI was calling the shots there almost.
Neutron bombardment underway. The bunker is secure, Commander Traffic.
What is left of it? Few hundred people. How am I to rebuild an empire from that?
Further adjustments may be necessary. The neutron purge compromised the facility.
Clarify.
Sensors are damaged. Automated reactivation is not an option. You'll remain in stasis until a new culture discovers this bunker. This may lead to a power shortage.
Do not shut off more pods! I need the few that are left!
Power needs will be triaged appropriately. You will be the voice of our people.
Exactly what happened on Ilos, right?
Be more than that.
Shut them down pod by pod just to buy enough time. Seems like that facility was specifically designed
How
to
many others?
outlast.
Just you. You can understand me?
Yes. Now that I have read your physiology, your nervous system, enough to understand your language.
So you were reading me while I was seeing...
Our last moments. Our failure.
I saw what happened to your people. I know you must be grieving. But they died 50,000 years ago. My people are dying right now.
Shepard, whatever you did got Cerberus interested.
Asari. Human. Turian. I'm surrounded by primitives.
It's not safe here. Will you join us?
You fight the Reapers?
To
Yes.
the death.
Then we will see.
Damn. Alright, Javik. Not too enthusiastic about us, is he?
A living Prothean.
That's correct, Admiral. But he's not quite what we expected.
Commander, our scientists barely understand what they need to do here. If the Prothean can help us construct this device, we need his cooperation.
Understood, Admiral.
We're losing colonies faster than we can evacuate. We've never seen a force like the Reapers.
He has, Admiral.
Can he help us?
I intend to find out.
Who knows?
Good. Cerberus slipped up and gave us a new weapon. Don't let it go to waste. Hack it out.
He couldn't help his own people. Kind of puts a sour note on the hope of assistance from him now,
I
right?
need you down in the port cargo hold. It's about our new guest.
I'm on my way.
Sounds like everybody's getting along well.
What's the problem?
I've tried to make the room more accommodating, but they're not letting me talk to him.
Apologies, Doctor. Contact protocol with a new species. Assume hostility. We had to dust off the regulations.
I think we can toss the book aside for right now. It's one man on a ship.
But he's not new. I've spent my life studying Protheans.
At ease. I don't think our guest will be a problem. Will he?
That depends on you. I can sense fear in you. Anxiety and distress. The Reapers are winning.
What do you mean, you sense?
All life provides clues for those who can read them. It is in your cells, your DNA. Experience is a biological marker.
Then what exactly did I experience back on Eden Prime? That was a hell of a flashback.
The battle left its own mark on me. I communicated this to you. It can work both ways.
Like your beacons.
Yes. Which... You found one. You saw it all. Our destruction, our warnings. Why weren't they heeded? Why didn't you prepare for the Reapers, human?
It's Commander. And nobody could understand your warnings. The beacon nearly killed me.
And to be fair, we only found it 5 years ago.
Still primitive in this cycle.
We pieced together what we could, and used it to stop a Reaper invasion 3 years ago.
Then the extinction was delayed.
Now we have your plans for the device. We're going to build it.
Device?
The weapon your people were working on. I'd hoped you could tell us how to finish it.
We never finished it. It was too late.
Then I take it you don't know anything about the catalyst?
No. I was a soldier, not a scientist. Skilled in one art, killing.
What was your mission?
Among my people, there were avatars of many traits. Bravery, strength, cunning. A single exemplar for each.
Which are you?
The embodiment of vengeance. I am the anger of a dead people, demanding blood be spilled for the blood we lost. Only
Like
when
that.
the last Reaper has been destroyed will my purpose be fulfilled. I have no other reason to exist.
Yeah, I think you can all dip.
Those who share my purpose become allies. Those who do not become casualties.
Honestly, with the stakes we're currently fighting on, I like that rule set.
Then I'd say you found an ally. The goal of this ship is to wipe the Reapers from existence.
But how far are you willing to go to achieve that goal?
As far as it takes.
I do not believe you, Commander. Lying is a biological marker. There is doubt behind your words.
We found this at the dig site. I assume it belongs to you.
It is a memory shard.
Could it help us with the device?
No, it contains only pain. But I will help you fight. And the last thing the Reapers hear before they die will be the last voice of the Protheans, sending them to their grave.
I definitely like that vibe.
I have a few more questions I'd like to ask.
You might want to take that easy. Here it comes.
Over a dozen studies on your species. I've published in several journals that...
Amusing. Asari have finally mastered writing.
I'm sorry.
Never mind. What do you wish to know?
I love the whole, like, I'm surrounded by primitives thing. He's like, oh, you're finally able to write. That's cool.
We've never seen a species with this sensory ability you have.
It was common among my people, imparting experience through touch, the chemistry of life. Complicated ideas could be absorbed in seconds.
That sounds very useful.
We evolved as hunters. Reading 1,000 details in our environment ensured our survival.
I'm beginning to understand the beacons a bit more.
Later, we developed technology to harness our ability. Information could be stored in certain objects through touch. Memory has its own biomarker, its own chemistry, as do knowledge and skills. The beacons could remember these things.
Things like Reaper invasions.
Yes, I can still sense the turmoil in you, witnessing the extinction of our empire. The fabric of your being was forever marked that day.
I wonder, this is the room that Grunt used to be in.
So could you read something about this room?
There was liquid, a form of incubation. The DNA of a Krogan who lived here. He was powerful, prone to violence.
Right on the
I'm
money.
impressed. His name was Grunt.
And if he were my enemy, I would have given him a wide berth. There is great strength in his genes.
Yeah, there's something interesting about the ability the Protheans have, right? Because that's a scientific theory in real life, the whole genetic memory thing. It's kind of like if you take rats and mice who've never seen a crow, they've never seen a bird of prey in the sky. But if you fly one over a cage, they know to hide from it, just instinctively. That's obviously some form of genetic memory. And there's a lot of theories out there too, like that's why humans are scared of the dark and things like that. Because back in the day when we were around campfires, well, darkness meant bad shit and wolves would drag you away from the fire. Fire was what kept us alive, and so now we're naturally prone to feeling safe around light, things like that. It's very interesting that they took that to an extreme here. And then they had the ability to pass on genetic memories, but we couldn't understand it, obviously, and we don't have the physiology for it, which is why it almost killed Shepard and why it would have melted the brain of somebody else. We just have a strong will, so we kept upright, but it still knocked us out, right? And we could never piece it together fully. Even after the cipher, it was still kind of jumbled.
Liara here would never forgive me if I didn't ask you. What was Prothean civilization like?
Yes, I've always wondered, what sort of government did you have, and can you tell me about your religious beliefs, or perhaps the...
We are dead now. What does it matter?
I'm sorry. Studying your history has been a lifelong passion of mine.
When I was born, our empire was already at war with the Reapers. The first thing I remember was seeing my planet on fire.
And that's how long the invasions take, right? We touched on that back in Mass Effect 1 about him saying, when Vigil on Ilos said that it takes centuries, long, slow extinction, right? You have entire generations born into the Reaper invasion, and all they know is war, and vengeance here is one of those.
What was your civilization like before the Reaper attack?
We were the dominant race of our cycle. We ruled the galaxy.
My studies indicated you were the only race engaged in space travel at the time. I always found that curious.
We were one empire composed of many subjects. All eventually called themselves Prothean.
What if they didn't want to?
They weren't given a choice.
So they were literally like the Roman Empire expansionism. They conquered the galaxy. They didn't aid it like the Asari did, bringing everybody else into the fold of the Citadel Council. These guys just took what they wanted and forced everybody to comply.
Are you saying you enslaved the other species?
Any could oppose us if they wished, and if they had won, they would have ruled. Many tried. None succeeded.
I had no idea Protheans were so... severe.
It was by necessity. Very early we encountered the dangers posed by machine intelligence. They rebelled against us.
We've had the same problem. They're called Geth.
We could not allow the machines to surpass us. It was decided the only way to win was to unite all organic life within our empire.
Did it work?
For a time. The Metacon War. We were turning the tide. Until the Reapers arrived. Then we understood machines had surpassed us long ago, in ways we could never imagine.
So something interesting to note about the similarities here is in the Prothean cycle, they had an artificial intelligence created and rebel against them too. And then the Reapers showed up. And then in our cycle, we had an artificial intelligence created and rebelled against us in the Geth. And then the Reapers showed up. Maybe what Sovereign was looking for when he woke up periodically to check the state of the galaxy was the existence of artificial intelligence. Maybe that's what he's looking at. And when he sees somebody finally created AI, that's when it's time for the Reapers to reinvade. That's when technology has reached the point that they're ready to be harvested. Maybe AI is the marker for that.
Back on Eden Prime, it looked like there were other stasis pods. What happened?
The Empire had fallen, and we knew our cycle was lost. We were the final vanguard, the best soldiers left alive.
So more of you were supposed to survive into this cycle?
Yes. Under my leadership, a new Prothean empire would have arisen. We would have commanded the races of your time to prepare for the next Reaper invasion. But traitors within our ranks, indoctrinated agents, betrayed us, and the Reapers discovered our plan.
That's why you can't trust anybody. That's what I was talking about with the refugees on the Citadel, man. You can't even save your own people from this crap because they're indoctrinated and then they sabotage. And it would have been a long cycle when those Protheans were reborn, right? They would have had approximately 50,000 years to get everybody to prepare, maybe they would have finished the weapon in time. But at the same time, they had what, 1,000,000 Protheans in that bunker initially that was supposed to survive into this cycle. They would have just taken the galaxy by sword, uplifted everybody, forced them into the fold, and then we would have all been Protheans. And something of a negative of his cycle, which we'll get into later with him, is that since they decided to bring everyone into the fold, all the communications and tactics were all standardized inside their system. So the Reapers only had to contend with one species, essentially. There weren't multiple tactics and multiple ways of fighting. It's not like us, where we have the Turians, the Krogan, the Asari, the Batarians, the humans, and we all fight differently, we all have different strengths. In their cycle, it wasn't like that. They all adopted Prothean military doctrine.
Just out of curiosity, how would you have commanded us?
By leaving you no other option. You would have joined our army, or faced the Reapers alone.
We've uncovered quite a few Prothean ruins. Were you observing our ancestors?
Before the war, we cultivated species who showed potential. Eventually, you would have been offered a choice to join the Empire. But when the Reapers attacked, we ceased all study. We hoped they would see you as too primitive to harvest.
Well, thank you. I think.
It worked. They did spare us.
Is there anything more you can tell us about this device your people were trying to build?
We heard only stories. They said our scientists were constructing a great machine that had the power to defeat the Reapers.
You never saw it?
By that point, the Empire was smashed into pieces. None of us knew what the others were doing.
Well, if we don't finish it soon, the same will be true of us.
What can you tell us about your own war with the Reapers?
Many of the details were lost. The conflict lasted for centuries. Those that faced the Reapers in the beginning were long dead when I was born. There were memory shards, however, passed down from soldier to soldier. They gave us fragments of what happened.
Several years ago, we found a Prothean VI that called itself Vigil on the planet Ilos. He was the caretaker of a research project.
During my life, Ilos was only a rumor. It was said we had cities there, built on the ruins of a civilization before us, the Inusanon. If our scientists did have a research facility, whatever they were doing was secret.
It saved the galaxy.
Vigil said they wiped all traces of themselves from the records so the Reapers couldn't find them.
The scientists eventually went into cryogenic stasis.
More of my people survived?
No, but they did stop the Reapers from taking control of the Citadel in this cycle. It delayed their invasion.
I never saw the Citadel. It was captured long before I was born.
Yeah, and that, again, the theory that they created the Citadel has already been, like, poked. We already know that that's not true from Vigil, but the fact that you have people who were born in the Prothean cycle that never saw it, especially, I mean, this guy didn't see anything but war, right? He probably only did military deployments until he went into cryo.
How did your people wage war against the Reapers?
Attrition. We fought them system by system, planet by planet, city by city. Entire worlds were sacrificed just to slow the Reapers down. Time they spent harvesting a population was time we could regroup.
That must have cost you in the long run.
Yes. Our own people would be indoctrinated, converted, then turned against us. But there was no choice. Mercy is not a weapon. It is a weakness.
Why do you think your own cycle lost the war?
What had been our strength, our empire, became a liability. All races conformed to one doctrine, one strategy. The Reapers exploited this. Once they found our weaknesses, we could not adapt. The subservient races became divided and confused. Then, it was only a matter of time.
I'm happy to say our cycle is different. Most races cooperate, but they still remain unique.
Then it may be your only hope.
Like I've been saying, the only benefit and advantage we have against the Reapers is organic chaos, and since the Protheans enslaved everybody in the Prothean Empire, they didn't have any of that. It was all strict by the books, and so as soon as that didn't work anymore, there was nothing else they could do.
Thank you for talking with me. I never imagined actually meeting a Prothean.
This has been amusing.
Oh?
To discover the most primitive races of my time now rule the galaxy. The Asari, the humans, the Turians.
There's also the Solarians.
The lizard people evolved?
I believe they're amphibian.
They used to eat flies.
I like you a lot.
You may count on me. I am known as Javik.
Yeah, I like Javik.
And welcome aboard the Normandy, Javik.
Happy to have you here. They used to eat flies. Yeah, I love this guy. He's a really cool character. And again, keep in mind that if you didn't buy this DLC, you wouldn't get any of this. None of the flashbacks, none of the stuff about how the species evolved over time. That is a travesty that that's how that would work.
So much has been lost. So much has changed. And yet the Reapers are still here. For me, it was only yesterday. Our empire spanned the galaxy. Now we are only a myth.
Well, there was some jellyfish that worshipped you, but they kind of twisted that in the end.
I still have much to learn about this cycle.
Yeah, we'll try to help you learn that. Alrighty, so that is going to be a pretty good place to wrap on up. I'm sure we got a gang of stuff to talk to Liara about. We will go ahead and make the round to some people, but I'll probably do that next time. So thank you for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, leave a like and a comment. If you want to support the cause and help improve the channel, please do check out those links in the description below. Otherwise, stay tuned and I'll see you soon with more Mass Effect 3. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. Peace.